Today's homily is for the fifth Sunday in Ordinary Time, 2024. Our first reading today presents the story of Job, who sees his life as totally hopeless. It is unknown when exactly Job lived, but he represents a person faithful to God no matter what happens, good or bad. He trusts in the Lord. Job comments on life. Is not man's life on earth a drudgery? Are not his days those of hirelings? He is a slave who longs for the shade, a hireling who waits for his wages. So I have been assigned months of misery, and troubled nights have been allotted to me. If in bed I say, when shall I rise? Then the night drags on. I am filled with restlessness until the dawn. My days are swifter than a weaver's shuttle. They come to an end without hope. Remember that my life is like the wind. I shall not see happiness again. He sounds like someone who is depressed by the life situation he is in, sad and unable to get out of bed to get his life going. He has lost everything dear to him. Perhaps we know people like this, or we ourselves have felt this way. Certainly for someone who is unemployed or who does not have the support of family or friends or who is ill can feel like Job in the reading. Life seems hopeless. He feels that he has been tested by God beyond his limit. But we know that by the end of the book of Job, he is at peace and again sees purpose in life. Testing led to strength because of his faith. Jesus in the gospel today encounters someone so sick she cannot get out of bed. Have you ever felt that way? The flu can cause that to happen to us. She happens to be the mother-in-law of Simon Peter, one of the apostles. When Jesus hears of her illness, he goes to her, takes her by the hand, and the fever leaves her. Then she gets up and waits on the guests. Perhaps it sounds a bit selfish to us that Jesus cures her and then she gets up to prepare a meal. But in her society, for her to be in bed while the guests are in the house would be a big disappointment for her. She cannot show the guests, in this case, Jesus himself, the love and the care that she would willingly show to those who come to her home. And so it is natural that once restored to health, she immediately gets up to work and serves them out of love. Deep disappointment and depression in our first reading and illness in our gospel reading are serious problems in the lives of people. It is something that stops us from our ordinary life and our work. And for many, the only hope is to turn to Jesus and to place their problems, their illness, in the hands of Jesus and count on his love and concern. This would be especially true for those who have counted on science or medicine to cure them, but their illness has returned, or their sickness is incurable. Turn to Jesus and seek strength from him.